There's no score between the Syracuse Crunch and the Binghamton Senators. Bob McElligott and Doug Plagans back here with you. We're joined right now by Derek MacKenzie of the Crunch. And Derek, you had a chance right there just near the end of the period, and that's really one of many chances that both teams have had, but nobody can get it going here tonight, can they?
Yeah, it seems at times both teams are playing a little bit loose, and when that happens, sometimes you get some odd run rushes and some chances, but overall I don't think our first 40 minutes have been real great, and I think you're playing a team that got knocked out of the playoffs last night and are loose, and sometimes when a team gets in a situation like that, they end up playing some of their best hockey, so we got to have a real good third here.
Well, Derek, back and forth battle here so far, a tight game. What is the key to coming out early and really taking control at the beginning of the third?
Well, I think we just got to get going on all cylinders. I think we've had spurts of it throughout the game, but seem to go on for 5 minutes and then maybe give them a couple opportunities. So I think maybe our start here in the third should be a little more like we had planned to do in the first period, and hopefully we can get some momentum going.
Derek, you had played 59 games here before you got called up to the Columbus Blue Jackets, and you had a really lengthy stint up there with Columbus. Coming back here, how surprised are you with what this team was able to do in your absence?
Not to take anything away from how well they've played, I'm just not surprised. I think we've always had it in the dressing room, and I think if you look back throughout the year, there was probably a few opportunities where we've had to go on some runs, and we met up against great teams like Toronto, or playing a couple teams in that other division. Obviously, we struggled against Wilkes-Barre this year, so obviously, Coach Ross has got all the young guys on the same page, and everyone's working together, and it's really great to see how far a team can come, in 60 or 70 games.
And you did spend a lot of time up at the NHL level. Coming back here, was it easy to just reacquaint yourself with everybody here and get right back into the flow?
As far as the guys in the room, certainly, that was an issue. We got a great group of guys. I think that's why we've been as successful as we have. But the on-ice, I think, is a little different story. I think, even in Game 2 here now, slowly starting to get feel back. Things are a little different down here and just happen at different times and in different spots. And not only that, I certainly didn't play as much as I would have down here throughout the season, so just getting my legs and lungs back as well.
Derek, one last thing for you. Before you came here to the Blue Jackets organization, you were with the Atlanta Thrashers and spent a lot of years with the Chicago Wolves, who have always had success no matter what league that they have played in. They are one of those teams that everybody looks at. They kind of set the bar when it comes to the playoffs. In this dressing room, how close is this team to any of those successful Wolves teams that you played on?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, without really comparing them, I think, you need 20 guys on the same page and 20 guys committed to, playing in June. I think it's very easy sometimes when you get down in a series or down in a game, to throw in the towel. And, it's good that we battled some adversity early in the year, so I certainly don't think that's going to be an issue. I don't think we're similar talent-wise. I think, Chicago was a tic-tac-toe team, which, happened to work that year, but in several years, meeting up against tough teams like I think we are, we weren't as successful. So if I had to pick a team, I love this team that we have in the room. I think not only are we talented, but we are tough as well, and we got a great defense core. So it'll be real interesting to see, how Chicago does on their side with a real finesse, well-coached team over there, and then a tough, well-coached team on this side.
All right, Derek, thank you very much. Best of luck in the third period tonight.
All right, thanks, guys.
Derek MacKenzie of the Syracuse Crunch in a scoreless tie at the end of 2 periods.